Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
Oh, yes, but think of the fun.
Joker hits his darkness tonight.
Hello and welcome to GeekCast Radio. This is a special episode doing our very first audio comic book review on Batman 13, the new 52. The Joker is back. The event, the start of event or prelude to event or whatever the hell you want to call it, of Death in the Family that collects issues 13 to 17 of Batman in the new 52.
Now, just for those not knowing, Death of the Family is a rehashed name from the 80s, where the Joker...
Death in the Family, yes.
Yes, where he, kills Jason Todd. However, This one is far more dark and...
oh my God!
And twisted. This is like a horror film on crack.
Okay.
It has.
Before I start stumbling over myself.
Well, I was gonna say that spawning from my review, you as well as several other people that I either work with or just people I know in general, have run out that don't necessarily collect comics to find out why I was raving about this episode, or not this episode, this specific comic. And everybody that I've talked to that's read it, or been able to get their hands on it for that matter, has had nothing but good things to say.
Yeah, I initially went to my local comic shop and I said, I know this is a stupid question. I don't suppose you guys have any copies of Batman 13, do you? Nope, we sold out day one. Okay, thanks, bye. I then came back home, went on to Amazon. I had some Amazon gift cards left over. I looked it up. Online, it was $6.99, double what the cover price is. And there was, I think it was it $6.99 or $6? I don't know. It was $6 for the comics, and essentially I paid $13.94 to get this book. I don't care. I wanted to read it. I've been wanting to read it since reading your review, and I'm not someone who reads comics a lot. I'm someone who, as a young kid, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, I read a couple of Batman comics. I think at one point when I was 9 or 10, my mom got me this weird Batman trade paperback that had to a kid's mind, a bajillion stories, but it was so dark and so creepy. I don't even remember what the hell it was. By the time I was 14 and 15, I would read Spider-Man a little bit, different issues and stuff like that. But I'm not someone like Michael Dodd or someone like Michael David Sims from Earth2.net. I'm not like these guys that go out and actively are buying comics. Mike Laidman, all these guys and girls that we know that are avid comic fans, that, JT from Saskatoon, he goes out and gets weekly comics and he gets all these different... I've never been that person. It's not that I dislike comic books, it's just that even before the relaunch, having to think of, oh my God, 70 years of continuity, where do I start? And I am now understanding why DC, even though a lot of people hate it, DC did do the relaunch with the new 52 to bring in people like me who have never really read every single issue of the last 70 years. I get that. When I saw your written review on GeekCastRadio.com, yes, we are self-promoting over here, we all know Steve is a huge Joker fanboy.
Oh, yeah.
And this appealed to him immensely.
Yes, especially when DC sent it to me for review, and I was so excited.
If they send you the other ones, I want them.
I doubt they'll. I doubt they'll send me the other ones, but if they do, I will be immensely happy.
Yes. So, Batman 13, Death of the Family. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, it starts off really slow. And we're not going to spoil it for people that haven't read it. This is more so a reaction for me that I'm just going to be like, everyone needs to go out and buy this book, and read it, because this is going to turn your knowledge and your perceptions of the Joker and of Gotham and of Batman on your fucking head. It's gonna blow your mind reading this book.
Well, and especially for the fact that when you, for those that don't know, and I'm not going to get into detail, it takes what you saw happen to the Joker in issue 1 of the legend. The Legend of the Night or whatever, Legend of the Dark Knight, it's the Dark Knight. That's the name of the comic. They're bringing back Legend of the Dark Knight, but the first issue you see Dollmaker chop the Joker's face off, right within the first 5 pages, pretty much, and you don't hear anything from the Joker. That was when they relaunched issue 1. Here we are a year later. Issue 13, Halloween no less. And that ugly mug has come back to haunt the Bat family. And in more ways than one. And they take everything you know of the Joker and flip it inside out. Like, every generation of Batman or the Joker gets darker than the previous. This is no exception. It takes your Heath Ledger Joker and makes him look like a bitch.
No,
in a sense, it does, because this guy's some of the stuff he's going to be doing is going to be mighty twisted. And I've even heard in the pipeline from Snyder that, on Twitter anyway, that he's got some real twisted crap coming up for 2013,
right,
with Joker and Batman for another arc. So This is not done by any means, and it's going to.
But what I'm saying is that I don't think. The reason why I said I wouldn't go that far is because I don't think that. Yes, the character perception might change, but I don't think you can take away from the cinematic awesomeness that Ledger did in that.
And
it was just as sick for the film aspect of the media.
But if you were to translate him to the comic verse, that's what I'm getting at. Ledger is by far the best on-screen Joker. No, hands down. No comparison. But if you were to put him in the comic verse and every other copy of the Joker, this one takes the cake.
Right.
It's like I said, by far the most twisted and disturbing Joker of them all. Like, this Joker has been bent with vengeance and wanting to just rip Batman a new one, because he's got too many, crutches to lean on in Joker's eyes, and he wants to knock him down a peg, down to his level, literally.
Yes.
So, but yeah, it's going to be a hard-hitting series.
I don't think this is a spoiler. If it is, we'll edit it out. But on the page, as I was going through and reading this story, this immense story, and the point of the time where they have to tell, or when the Bat family calls in, was it just me, or was Nightwing in the Batman Beyond suit, or something that looked similarly like it?
No, what it is when they did the New 52, they rebooted everybody's uniforms as well. Okay. And Nightwing changed from he changed a while ago, but it's more so for the New 52. They changed him from that blue and the bird image to kind of a lot of the stuff has a lot of the Bat Beyond aesthetics and bat symbol. Yeah. Like, for instance, one of the Batwoman has the Batman Beyond symbol and whatnot. So I mean, they've retooled them so that they've got the essence of different elements of the Bat costumes. Yeah. So yeah, it's not a spoiler. That's actually
no. Okay. Well, I wasn't sure, and because this was the first issue I have ever read of the New 52, seeing Damian, his son, as regular Robin, and then seeing Red Robin, who I assume is
Tim Drake.
Okay, Red Robin's okay. Yeah, okay. That's
he went off on his own after he.
That's That's good. I wasn't sure if they brought Todd back to life.
Well, they did.
So,
They brought him
yeah,
back a long time ago. He's Red
yeah,
Hood, but he also wears the Bat Beyond symbol on his
yeah.
jacket.
But no, I'm telling you, people, yeah, anyone that does a spoilerific review of this comic, you are no fan of comics because you have to read this from beginning to end, and you have to be as shocked as I was as what happens on those last 2 pages of this issue of number 13. Oh my jaw dropped. My jaw is still on the floor. I cannot believe how this issue ends, and I don't even know how 14 is going to begin.
Yeah,
I don't know where. Like, I have in the back of my mind that, okay, just by the title of the book, Death of the Family, okay, Joker is going to do something, and this is just me. This isn't me telling the story. This is just me, my own machinations here. Joker's going to do something to kill every member of the Bat family, including Alfred or whoever. You know what I mean? Everyone that's close to Batman, I assume, is going to die.
well, for one, he knows Batman's secret,
Right.
and two,
right.
he's intending to take away every crutch that Batman has ever had.
Right. But reading this book at the end, I was like, I can't even predict how the story is going to go. I won't even try. This is just so intense. Oh God, I'm speechless.
Yeah, I personally, like, for instance, I think that for one, Snyder's work has been impeccable. It's been great. I've loved every aspect of it. Out of all the different Bat lines running right now, Scott Snyder's is my favorite. And with that being said, I personally, I liked the Court of Owls and the Night of the Owls and all that plot line before this, but this Joker thing knocks it right out of the park. Like, for me, if I wasn't already back into the comic verse, this would drag me back in wholeheartedly. Like, no second thoughts whatsoever. I would be, for one, like you mentioned, I'm a huge Joker fan, so anytime that kind of stuff pops up, I'm more than happy to see it.
And just having the book in my hands itself, I thought it was just a regular comic book cover. I didn't realize that the comic book cover is the Joker's face over Batman's face. I did not even really get that until I had the book in my hand. I was like, what the...
Isn't it sick and twisted, though?
It's so sick and twisted.
I love it.
If they ever... I don't know if they'll ever do this, but if they... After this comic series run of Death of the Family is done, after these, 13 to 17, these issues are done, if they're listening, Paul Dini, Bruce Timm, any of you fine people at DC Universe decide to do a movie of this, and if you don't drag Mark Hamill screaming out of retirement to do this, which I don't think you would, I think he would really embrace this. Oh my God. The whole time I was reading this, I was hearing Hamill's voice in my head. And it was just like, nah.
Even without Hamill's head, or voice, Hamill's Joker head, whatever. Anyways, even without thinking that, this iteration is... I can't even put words to it. It's so cool. I was sitting there reading it and stopped everything else I was doing so I could finish. It's one of those ones you start picking it up. The cover alone entices you to grab it. Yeah. Once you open that cover, you're not putting that sucker down until you're done.
No, I didn't. I mean, normally, and I don't know. I know ads have been in comics since forever. I've often wanted I guess this would go to either trade paperbacks or graphic novels. I've often wanted single issue comics to have like the ads all the way in the back and not have them break up the story. This, you need ads to break up the story because oh my god,
It's real thick, real quick.
yeah, oh my god, while I'm not a weekly comic book buyer or a weekly comic book reader, I am definitely picking up these. However many issues it is what is it, 7?
It's issues 13 through 17
Yeah,
of the Batman line. It
Yeah.
will be encompassing into the other Bat family lines, Nightwing, Red Robin, Batman and
Yeah.
Robin, like all the rest of them. Catwoman's got a little bit in there. I mean, they've all got a little piece of the Joker in it. He's
Right, but
he's going to
right,
bring
but
the
the
entire thing
Batman-
crashing down. The main story is in the Batman line, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I will be most definitely hunting this down each month that it comes out for the next, the next 5 issues of it because just, oh my God, this was just so amazing. I don't even know where to go from here. Joker, take us out before I don't know.
Let's put it this way. It's so good, Mike wanted to talk about it. And he's not a huge comic fan. He doesn't hate comics. He just doesn't, particularly pay attention to them.
Yes.
To put it in the proper wording.
Vernacular.
Yes.
Yes.
So-
So this has been a special GCR comics review of Batman 13, Death in the Family. We will most likely be doing this again once 14 comes out, once 15 comes out.
Oh, yes, and you won't have any idea how bad I'll get.
Well, you look nervous. Is it the scars? You want to know how I got them?
A disgrace to the name Joker. Why, in my day, brave new world that has such putzes in it.